We'll be talking today about two businesses. One grows 200% because the CEO mastered the skill of delegation and leverage, and the other one only grew 50% because of the opposite happened. Delegation and leverage are two of the most key components in order for you to grow in business, investments, or even improve your own personal life. Yet very few people pay close attention to this, and even when they do, they don't give it the importance that it has. My name is Andrew Pizzi. I'm an investor and entrepreneur here out of Las Vegas, and I want to welcome you to the AP Show, where we'll be focusing on how to build a great life around health, wealth, love, and happiness, which are all needed in order for you to have a good life overall, and not just in business or any one specific area. Stay until the end and you'll see how it happened. So if you appreciate content like this and you find it valuable, please comment below with any suggestions, and also hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you can get notified every Monday when we drop content like this. One of the most important questions that you have to ask yourself is how much you want to grow and what areas you enjoy the most doing in your life, in your business. Delegation is most needed when you want to grow to a substantial amount, and so the more you want to grow, the more you have to pay attention closely to these principles we'll be discussing today. You see, the average US business brings only about $71,000 a year in income, and 90% of businesses registered today in the US make less than $100,000 a year in gross income. Coincidentally, those businesses are run by solopreneurs, which means that they don't have any employees or any teams around them, and they have to do every single thing by themselves. So they don't delegate at all. Two case studies I told you we'll review today. Before that though, if you enjoy content like this, please hit the like button so that YouTube can push it out to more people. With that being said, let me give you the two examples. I know the owners personally, and that's why I'm able to give you such a close insight on their businesses. And to keep it fair, they're both in the same industries and they're both the same exact type of business. The first example is an owner of an insurance agency that we work with pretty closely. This owner has only one person in his team, and all that person does is handle the servicing of his existing book of business. Meaning, he takes up the phone calls, he files the paperwork and scans them for them, he makes payments and policy changes, but he has not brought a single policy into the office because that is all done by the owner of the office. The fact that him being the owner of the agency is spending time on actually being the one selling the policies is taking a ton of time from him, as he also has to make sure that everything is good on the business side of things. He has to handle bank accounts, he has to make sure that payroll is done, and everything related to running the actual business. Most importantly, he should be the one handling the marketing and also innovating and creating new ideas so that the agency can grow more and more. So that's very hard to get done if you're focusing your time in selling and taking care of the day-to-day tasks of an agency. This office opened back in 2018, and since then they have written 3,000 policies. The second example that we'll be reviewing today is an agency owner who is in a very similar area of town and also has the exact same products as the first example, which makes you think that if everything is pretty much the same, they would have similar results. The only difference between the two agency owners is the following. He has built a team of 8 people and divided his agency into 4 different departments. The first department is sales. Those people are going to be in charge of selling their products and also writing up the new policies into the office. The second department is customer care. Those people are going to be in charge of the maintenance of the existing policies through taking payments, making changes, or anything needed by the customers. The third is marketing. Those people are going to be in charge of getting the office known in town through mailers, through events, and different tactics to drive people into the office and make the phone ring so that the salespeople can sell their products. And then the fourth and the last one is service. Service is going to be more of clerical work, scanning and filing paperwork and everything related to in-office paperwork and different aspects of the business. By creating the team built with 8 people and dividing the agency into 4 different departments, it frees up his time and allows him to focus on the 3 important things that he needs to pay attention to. The first one is making a presence in the community through events and different things that he's doing right now to get the agency known. 2, being available to his team members to coach them, train them, and everything that is needed. But 3, and most importantly, to innovate and create new ideas that will move the needle and will create momentum for the agency so that he can grow. This second agency opened back in 2020, so 2 years later than the first one, and since then they have been able to write 6,000 policies, and 2 years less than the first one has been able to write only 3,000 policies. As you can see, the growth of agency number 2 is exponentially higher than agency number 1. And it's all due to the owner's ability to delegate and create a team around him so that he can free up his time to focus on the important things. As I initially said, this is important to grow in business, investments, and even in your personal life, but especially if you're trying to grow in business. And the reason why I emphasize that business especially is the one that needs delegation is because you, as a business owner, want to be focusing your time in the important activities that will move your needle on the results that you want to achieve. And you can only do that by creating a team around you who can take care of the day-to-day activities so that you can focus your time in those areas. Many times I see people scared of spending money to hire a new person or to hire a marketing company that can get their company known because they think that by doing it by themselves, they would be saving that money and they would be making that much more at the end of the year, which could be true. But I think it all goes back to the initial question that you have to ask yourself, and it is how big of a business do you want to have and how much growth do you want to experience? And again, just to put it in perspective, the only difference between the business that is grossing 100,000 or less a year and the other one that is grossing 1 million or more a year is the simple fact that the owner knows that they must delegate in order for them to expand their business and grow it. Since day one, when I decided to create my first real business, which was my insurance company, I knew that I wanted to build a great team, I wanted to create the biggest insurance company in town, and I also wanted to help a bunch of people by providing them the right insurance policies and also employing others and helping them create a better future and a better life for them and their family. So when I sat down to plan the execution of my goal, I knew from day one that it would take a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of delegation to execute such a big goal. But I promise you it works. And that, to be honest with you, is the whole reason why we have been able to grow and build what we have built and help so many people and impact so many lives. So if you want to do the same, or even if you don't have that big of a goal, but you want to grow, my tip of the day for you would be delegate. With that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. Please feel free to hit the like button, comment below with any suggestions or any questions that you may have so I can address them in future videos. And as always, please subscribe and feel free to follow me on Instagram so you can get daily content from me there. Take care, everybody.